This perfume has an incredible trail, and when I say incredible, I say it in the most literal way. We have a very fleshy, juicy, watery coconut. It lasts all day. It projects incredibly well. Perfume, oh gosh, it's so good. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Giselle. I review perfumes. Welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you're one of my loyal returning subscribers. So guys, today is about intoxicating fragrances, perfect for summer date nights. So if you want to hear more about these perfumes, let's dive in. So the first fragrance I have on my list today is Coco Vanille by Mancera. Let's get started. This perfume, oh gosh, it's so good. So the first notes I pick here, right in the opening, are peach and coconut. Now the coconut here, it's not an edible coconut. It's nothing reminiscent of coconut ice cream or coconut custard or anything like that. This is a very fragrant coconut. It's more about the fragrance than the gourmand aspect of it, if it makes sense. The peach is very prominent too. You'll smell both coconut and peach, I would say, throughout the entire lifetime of the fragrance. However, the coconut is slightly more intense than the peach, and as the fragrance transitions, you'll start getting more of the core. It's a floral core with jasmine, tiare, and ylang-ylang, and oh, so nice. And then the fragrance continues transitioning until it settles into a very beautiful vanillic, musky dry down. It's a sweet fragrance, I'm not gonna lie. It's a sweet scent. You have to enjoy sweet perfumes. However, it's not done in a cheap way. It doesn't smell juvenile either. It's really pretty. I would say it's an ageless fragrance. It lasts all day. It projects incredibly well. It leaves a trail, guys, that it's something to write home about. It's absolutely incredible, and that's why it made it to this list. It's a very rich, thick, dense, intoxicating fragrance. I think it's perfect for summer date nights. Honestly, I wouldn't wear this fragrance during the day because it could be a little bit too much. Unless you are mindful with your spritzes, it could be a little bit too much because, as I said, it's sweet, dense, thick, voluptuous type of coconut scent. So it's a no for me during the day. However, it's a great summer day night scent. Coco Vanille by Mancera. So the next intoxicating fragrance on my list is Juanillo by Adamop Juano. This is one of the best discoveries for me of the year. Actually, I bought it last year, I believe, and it's been one of my best discoveries ever. It's absolutely stunning. This perfume is so different, guys. If you like different fragrances, pay attention to this one. It's so good. And it is a beachy fragrance that doesn't smell like a beachy scent, if it makes sense. What I'm trying to say is that oftentimes beachy fragrances tend to smell very coconutty, but more so like suntan lotion or suntan oil rather than the fruit. Here we have a raw coconut. We have a very fleshy, juicy, watery coconut. It's absolutely stunning. Very elegant. To me, it smells like a luxury resort in a bottle. That's how I would define this fragrance, and it is just gorgeous. It also has a very interesting note combination that we usually see in confectionery, which is dates and pistachios, which is not so common to see in perfumery. And yeah, that's what we have here, and that gives a lot of creaminess to the fragrance, sweetness, and also that nutty aspect that makes it absolutely addictive. I wouldn't define Juanillo as a typical gourmand fragrance. It has the gourmand component for sure, but I would say it's more like a grown-up type of gourmand. So this is not the snack type or anything like that. This is very upscale, very sophisticated. I think it's one of the top fragrances you should try this summer. Honestly, I think it's an all year round type of scent. However, I can tell not just through the notes, but through how this fragrance truly smells and how it develops, that summer is its season. So yeah, this is definitely a must try. It's 100% unisex, although I think it leans a little bit more on the feminine side, but honestly, it is 100% unisex. The dry down It's also very beautiful. It's a little bit powdery, very slightly powdery, like sand type of powderiness, rather than makeup case type of powderiness. It's also musky, super creamy. I think the dry down is even creamier than the opening. It's a stunning perfume, truly, truly stunning. This is the type of fragrance that I would even pay more if the fragrance costs more, because I think it's something truly unique, truly exquisite. And these are factors that I consider, that I weigh in when it comes to paying premium price tags. This fragrance also has praline in the dry down. It's also lactonic. I love creamy and lactonic fragrances, super duper long lasting. It lasts about 10 hours. Projection and sillage are absolutely incredible. It's a very, very intoxicating fragrance. You will turn heads with this one. And I highly, highly encourage you to try Juanillo by Adamop Juano. The next super intoxicating fragrance I have on my list today is Game of Joy by House of Descent. This perfume is something else, guys. If you like fruity, ultra juicy fragrances, this one is a must try. Let me tell you more about it. I'm in love. I'm in love. This is 100% a summer fragrance. I would say summer, not even warm weather. Summer fragrance, because it's extremely juicy. It's very, very intoxicating, very dewy, sweet, but with the right amount of sweetness. There's nothing cloying here. So let me spray it on my skin because I can't get enough of it. It's so, so beautiful. It has a very juicy pear note. It has pear, it has watermelon, it has passion fruit. Passion fruit is sweet, but it's also very tart, which I think it's very important here to balance an otherwise overly sweet fragrance, because without the passion fruit note, I think this could be a little bit cloying. But with the passion fruit note, as I said, it has a tartness that balances excessive sweetness. So we are good here. It also has mango, but it's a completely different take on your typical mango scents. This is more like a fruit salad, so to speak. And the watermelon here, oh, it's so good. Seriously, it's so addictive, so intoxicating. I can't stop sniffing my wrist. And what I like about the watermelon note here is that it's very photorealistic rather than cologne-ish. You know, cologne or cascalone, it has different names. It's trademarked, and it's a synthetic molecule created to evoke the scent of the watermelon. And yeah, it does a great job. It's very popular. It was very popular back in the 90s. Many fragrances, many popular fragrances had cologne back in the day. Nowadays too. It's still in production, highly utilized in perfumery, but here the watermelon is very photorealistic and something similar to Wave Child by Room 1015. But I think that one, it's more watermelon forward, while here the watermelon is just part of the salad. As the fragrance transitions, we leave the fruits a little bit behind and the fragrance starts developing and getting deeper. We have woodsy notes here, we have incense, we have resins. We also have a little bit of patchouli. It's more like a clean type of patchouli, if that's even a thing, as I always say, which you will get more in the dry down. But this is by no means a patchouli forward fragrance. So even if you don't like patchouli, you might still enjoy this one. And I always bring this type of things up because some people, just by hearing or reading online that there's patchouli or some notes that have been demonized by the fragrance community, they just step back and say, no, this fragrance is not for me. So I want to be very transparent and let you know that yes, it does have a little bit of patchouli, but it's not the type of patchouli that many people reject, which is that one reminiscent of wet soil, for example, the very earthy animalic one. There's nothing like that here. This perfume has an incredible trail, and when I say incredible, I say it in the most literal way. It projects like crazy. I get between 8 and 10 hours of lasting power, and the trail it leaves behind, it's second to none. It truly lingers in the air for hours. Very, very stunning perfume. If you haven't yet, I highly encourage you to try Game of Joy by House of Descent, because if you haven't yet, you're missing on something very, very special. It really is that good. So the next intoxicating fragrance I have on my list today is Ylang 49 by Le Labo. So guys, whenever you see TR, Frangipani, Orange Blossom in Ylang Ylang, for example, you can expect a fragrance that projects like crazy and has an incredible sillage. This is because these notes I just mentioned are pretty narcotic, not necessarily indolic, but narcotic. So they are very heady, very creamy, but also very volatile. And when notes are volatile, the fragrance projects better and has a better trail. However, it doesn't go hand in hand with lasting power, because for the most part, fragrances with less volatile notes last longer. Now, in this case, what I love about Inline 49 is that we have both. We have the best of both worlds here, because we have this very heady, narcotic, creamy floral notes that make the fragrance project incredibly well and have an incredible sillage, but it also lasts super long. This perfume actually lasts all day. And see, this is why I always tell you that everything boils down to the whole composition, because I don't know how this house did it, but yes, they made a super long-lasting fragrance with these typical floral notes that are highly volatile. So if you haven't yet, I highly encourage you to try Inline 49. And even if you're a floral type of person, I would still say try it first, sample it first. I don't feel this is a safe blind buy. I'm no one here to tell you what to do. We're all adults. I don't oppose to blind buying, and I think there's a lot of fun to it too. Many people are very successful blind buyers, so I'm no one here to tell you don't buy it. I don't encourage you to blind buy, but I don't oppose the idea of blind buying. As I said, I'm no one here to tell you what to do or what not to, but again, I really want you to have the best experience possible, and I don't think that Inline 49 is a safe blind buy. But you do you. Just let me know if you get your nose on this beautiful scent, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts. So the last intoxicating fragrance I have on my list today is Faces of Francis. Guys, if you like pistachio, this is one of the best pistachio fragrances you can find on the market. This one, the one I reviewed in my previous video, Golden Pistachio, I will link it right here. These two are seriously my favorite pistachio fragrances of all time. This, I would say, the pistachio note here is even stronger. It's stunning. This is so unique. All fragrances from this house, I don't know if you're familiar with this house, Wilhelm Parfumerie, but all the fragrances are really, really special, very unique. They have that factor that I truly appreciated in perfume houses. And this one is one of my favorites, certainly one of my favorites. I remember the first time I tried it, I was at Saks Fifth Avenue in New York City. I sprayed on, and then I left the counter. I was walking around the fragrance department, and I remember stopping by two other counters, and the SAs, both of them told me separate, oh my God, you smell absolutely amazing. Tell me what you're wearing. And I was wearing this one, and mind you, it was, I think, a couple spritzes, maybe 3, maybe 4, but no more than that. And yeah, it projects incredibly well. At that point, of course, I had just sprayed the fragrance, so you can expect the fragrance to project more in the first minutes after you spray it. But regardless, I have fragrances that don't project that well even after 15 sprays. So this one really projects. And it's incredible. It's very nutty, incredibly nutty. It has a grilled pistachio note, which to me makes the pistachio even more intense. And combined with saffron in the opening, gosh, it's a match made in heaven. It truly is. This is definitely a gourmand scent, but it's a grown-up type of gourmand. This is not the snack type. This is elevated, this is sophisticated. It's as I said, a grown-up type of gourmand. It's for those ladies or men. This is completely unisex. So it's for those who appreciate gourmand notes, but not necessarily the snack type of scent. So I think this one is right spot on because it is slightly sweet. It's not extremely sweet. It is a sweet fragrance at first when you first sniff it, right in the opening. Oh, it's so good. Let me spray a little bit. When you first spray this fragrance, you have that saffron note right in your face, but it smells divine. Really beautiful. No sharpness whatsoever, but soon after 2 seconds, immediately you can sniff the pistachio note kicking in. It's really creamy, really nutty. Those are the most remarkable aspects of this fragrance. It has the right amount of sweetness. It is sweet, but not obnoxious, not cloying. As I said before, a grown-up gourmand, very elegant, very sophisticated, one of the best pistachios on the market. Perfect for summer date nights, and it is incredibly addictive and highly intoxicating. It lasts 8 to 10 hours, super duper long lasting, projects incredibly well. Sillage is absolutely gorgeous. And during the summer, especially in high heat and high humidity, this fragrance performs incredibly well. This is a 10 out of 10 in all the departments. So if you haven't tried it yet, I highly encourage you to try it. I will link it down below. I will link all the fragrances I've mentioned today in my description box. And yeah, it's definitely worth trying, but you have to enjoy nutty fragrances. Otherwise, this is not for you, but it's a stunner. So guys, this wraps up today's video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoy my intoxicating fragrances for summer date nights. And if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you consider subscribing, and please don't forget to hit the bell icon so you won't miss my upcoming videos. Guys, stay safe and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.